Hello everyone, my name is Amber Mitchell. Today I'll be presenting on enhancing K-12 online learning engagement with human performance technology, also known as HPT. We'll explore how the HPT model offers a structured approach to tackling engagement challenges in online learning for K-12 students. Let us dive into how this model can transform educational outcomes in digital environments. HPT, or Human Performance Technology, is a systematic approach focused on improving performance by analyzing gaps, designing targeted interventions, and evaluating their outcomes. In context of K-12 online education, HPT addresses key challenges like lack of motivation, emotional connection, and cognitive overload. This makes it a powerful tool for fostering student engagement in digital learning. To set the stage, let's clarify a few key terms. Student engagement involves behavioral, emotional, and cognitive participation in learning. Educational technology includes digital tools facilitating instruction and assessment. Terms like gamification, adaptive learning, and AI-driven support refer to methods that personalize and enhance learning experiences. These elements are central to designing effective online learning environments. The HPT follows 5 stages. The performance analysis is the first stage. It identifies gaps between desired and actual engagement. Stage 2 is the cause analysis. This stage investigates why these gaps exist. Stage 3 is the intervention selection. This is where we choose strategies to address identified causes. Stage 4 is implementation. This is where we integrate the interventions into the learning environment. And stage 5 is evaluation. This is where we measure the effectiveness of interventions to guide improvements. As we explore the challenges in engaging students in K-12 online learning, it's essential to recognize how these barriers impact the effectiveness of digital education. First, the lack of face-to-face interaction can leave students feeling isolated, missing out on the social connections and immediate feedback they would typically experience in a traditional classroom. This isolation can reduce motivation and make it harder for students to stay engaged. Next, poorly designed instructional content can overwhelm students, leading to cognitive overload. Without thoughtful application of multimedia principles, such as segmenting or minimizing extraneous load, students may struggle to process and retain information. Additionally, limited personalization of content fails to address the diverse needs of learners, including varying learning styles and paces. Students with unique challenges, such as learning disabilities, often face accessibility issues which further hinder their ability to engage effectively. Finally, inconsistent implementation of engagement strategies like gamification can undermine efforts to make learning more interactive and enjoyable. While these tools have great potential, their success depends on purposeful and consistent application to meet learning objectives. By addressing these challenges through strategic design and support, we can better foster and engage an inclusive online learning environment. Performance analysis focuses on understanding where engagement gaps occur. This step helps us understand how student engagement with digital platforms and identify areas for improvement. First, examining on login frequency and activity participation gives us a clear picture of how often students interact with the e-learning platform and engage in their coursework. Frequent logins can indicate consistent engagement, while irregular activity may point to barriers preventing participation. Next, assessing behavioral, emotional, and cognitive engagement levels provides a holistic view of the student's learning experience. Behavioral engagement looks at observable actions like task completion. Emotional engagement examines feelings of interest or frustration, and cognitive engagement measures the depth of understanding and effort applied to learning tasks. We also utilize data from e-learning platforms such as user satisfaction surveys and accessibility metrics. This data offers insights into the user experience and highlights any technical or design barriers impacting engagement. Finally, identifying specific areas where engagement falls short allows us to target interventions effectively. For instance, if student struggles with a particular type of content or activity, we can adapt the design or introduce additional support. By analyzing these metrics, we can create more engaging, accessible, and effective online learning environments, ultimately providing both student satisfaction and academic outcomes. Now let's examine the critical factors contributing to engagement issues in K-12 online learning. Addressing these challenges is essential for improving the learning experience and achieving better outcomes. First, we need to investigate the reasons behind poor interaction between instructors and learners. This could include limited communication opportunities, insufficient feedback, or lack of teacher presence in online environments. Identifying these barriers helps pinpoint where connection and engagement falter. Next, we analyze the instructional design for potential cognitive overload. Overloading students with excessive information, poorly organized content, or ineffective multimedia can hinder their ability to process and retain material. Cognitive load theory emphasizes the need for balancing content complexity to match learners' abilities. We also evaluate the effectiveness of current personalization efforts. Are we tailoring content to diverse learning styles, preferences, and needs? Personalization is a proven strategy to increase motivation and engagement, so this is a critical area to assess. Accessibility barriers for students with special needs also demand attention. Online learning platforms must accommodate all learners, including those with disabilities, by ensuring content is accessible and tools are inclusive. Lastly, we examine the quality and consistency of engagement strategies being implemented. This involves asking whether strategies like gamification, interactive content, or collaborative tools are used consistently and effectively to sustain learner engagement. By addressing these 5 areas, we can better understand the root causes of engagement issues and develop targeted solutions that align with the principles of human performance technology. Gamification adds elements like badges, leaderboards, and challenges to motivate students. Gamification is a powerful tool for enhancing engagement in K-12 online learning environments. By integrating game-like elements into the learning process, we can make education more interactive and motivating for students. Let's take a look at some key strategies for implementing gamification effectively. First, we can use badges, leaderboards, and challenges to boost motivation. These elements tap into students' natural competitiveness and provide a sense of accomplishment as they progress through tasks. However, it's essential to ensure that these features align with the learning objectives to maintain focus on educational outcomes. Next, implementing point systems to reward participation and progress helps track achievements and encourage consistent engagement. For example, students can earn points for completing assignments or participating in discussions, which can then be redeemed for privileges or recognition. Additionally, creating competitiveness and collaborative activities enhances social engagement. This could involve team-based challenges where students work together to solve problems or compete in friendly classroom contests. These activities not only promote learning, but also build a sense of community among students. Finally, we must ensure that all gamification elements are age-appropriate for K-12 students. Younger students may respond better to visually appealing rewards and simple mechanics, while older students might prefer more sophisticated and meaningful challenges. By thoughtfully integrating gamification, we can create online learning experience that is not only educational but also enjoyable and engaging for students at all grade levels. Adaptive learning represents a significant innovation in education, leveraging artificial intelligence to tailor content delivery to the needs of individual students. By using AI-driven systems, we can personalize the learning experience in ways that were not possible before. These systems adjust the difficulty level of tasks and activities based on each student's performance, ensuring that they are neither overwhelmed nor under-challenged. Another key feature of adaptive learning is its ability to provide real-time feedback. This allows students to immediately understand their progress and identify areas that need improvement. Such instant feedback helps maintain engagement and directs their focus effectively. Additionally, adaptive learning systems offer diverse learning paths that cater to various learning styles. For example, visual learners might receive more graph-based materials, while auditory learners might get podcasts or narrated lessons. This diversity ensures inclusivity and addresses the unique needs of every student. Finally, by utilizing data analytics, these systems continually refine their algorithms to enhance accuracy and effectiveness. This means the learning experience becomes progressively more personalized over time. Adaptive learning is a game changer for fostering individualized, effective, and engaging education in our increasingly diverse classrooms. Interactive learning systems integrate multimedia elements like videos, animations, and virtual environments. Collaborative tools promote peer-to-peer interaction, and audio support enhances accessibility. These systems make online learning immersive and inclusive. Implementation strategies. As educators, we should provide comprehension training for educators on new technologies. We need to gradually introduce interventions to allow for adjustment. We need to provide technical support for students and teachers. We need to create guidelines for consistent use of engagement strategies. We need to ensure consistent guidelines for engagement strategies, which ensures successful integration and builds a culture of innovation. Evaluation is crucial for refining interventions. Metrics like login frequency, time spent, and academic performance track progress. Qualitative feedback through surveys or focus groups add depth, helping educators identify trends and areas for improvement. Continuous evaluation ensures that interventions remain effective. A case study by Daher et al. 2023, Gamification in Middle School Science. In this case study, they implemented badges, leaderboards, and challenges. The results were they had increased participation and timely submission. They had positive student attitudes toward learning, and they improved conceptual understanding. This shows that HPT principles ensure that these outcomes were measurable and aligned with objectives. Another case study by Guevara Artero et al. 2023 is AI-driven personalized learning in elementary literacy. An elementary literacy program used AI-driven tools for reading recommendations and progress tracking. The outcomes included better reading comprehension, and enhanced teacher ability to provide real-time intervention. HPT guided the design, ensuring the system addressed performance gaps effectively. In conclusion, the HPT model provides a robust framework for enhancing K-12 online engagement. Successful interventions like gamification and adaptive learning demonstrate its potential. However, continuous evaluation, ethical considerations, and collaboration among stakeholders are crucial. Future research should explore long-term effects and scalability to ensure these strategies benefit all learners. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to answer any questions about using the HPT model to improve K-12 online learning engagement.